What is up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Nicole Young, and I am back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome. I thought with International Women's Day being yesterday and it being Women's History Month that I would talk about something that I know affects so many of us. So if you have been watching my series, Black Women in Tech, you know that I've been put in a lot of very interesting situations in my tech experience so far. And I feel like there have been a lot of times where I felt like I needed to prove myself, being the only African American person on a tech team. I felt like I had to go above and beyond certain people's expectations of me. And that definitely led to a really heavy burden of overwhelm and feeling like an imposter, feeling like I couldn't ask for help, feeling like I had to seem like I had everything together or I would be caught, that that they would catch the fact that I had no experience in tech, that I had no clue what I was doing. And it really weighed on me. It really caused a lot of stress and fatigue that was really unnecessary at the end of the day. And I think it's really important to talk about imposter syndrome because a lot more of us are affected by it than we think. It can really lead to really negative and unhealthy emotions and behaviors if we don't keep it in check. But really, understand that imposter syndrome isn't a bad thing. You feeling like you don't belong in a situation is actually proof that you are going beyond your comfort zone and doing things and learning and growing and expanding. And imposter syndrome and the feelings that come along with it a lot of times are just things that come along with the territory of expanding yourself and growing and learning new things. And that is something to be applauded, not ashamed about at all. So I'm going to share just a few things that I do to fight imposter syndrome when the feelings get overwhelming and burdensome. But keeping these things that I'm going to share with you in mind have really helped me to stay calm and stay at ease and keep my focus on what is truly important. So the first thing that I want you to do is to tune into your self-talk and your environment. When you tune into the way that you are talking to yourself and also the way that you are speaking about your capabilities and your accomplishments, there can be signs from that self-talk that show you that you are feeling that imposter syndrome. You also want to pay attention to any triggers in your environment that could make you feel that way. The next thing that I want you to do, especially in those moments when you catch yourself talking negatively about yourself or feel like an imposter, I want you to remind yourself that it is completely common, that it's actually a sign that you are growing and expanding. It's just part of the growing pains. And use that reminder as a way to reassure yourself that you're okay and that your mind is really just playing tricks on you. The next thing I want you to do is start to embrace the process of learning over feeling like you have to prove that you know it all. Again, everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone has to start from the ground before they work their way up. So embrace the process of learning and gaining those new skills and building new capabilities instead of trying to feel like you have to prove to everyone else that you know it all and that you have it all together, because that is a pressure that a lot of times is just created in our own mind, and it puts so much unnecessary burden on you and can really hinder you from actually truly learning what you need to learn and growing in the areas that you need to grow. And the last thing that I want you to do is to be open and honest when you are feeling this way. This is definitely the one thing that I did that really helped me overcoming the burden of imposter syndrome. When I started to be open and honest about areas that I felt uncomfortable in with people that I trusted and knew wouldn't judge me, I started to be able to be reassured by them as well. They were able to speak good things into me and build up my confidence in myself and in my ability to meet the challenge that was ahead of me. So many people feel this way, and sharing your experiences could not only help you, but it could also help someone else feel a little more comfortable and reassure them that they are also not alone. And understand that asking for help doesn't mean that you are any less capable of overcoming the challenges that are ahead of you. Ask for help if you need it. Ask for support when you need it. Ask for advice when you need it. Whatever you need to do, make sure that you are being open and honest with yourself, with the people on your team, because it can really help you to mentally overcome any of the pressures and burdens that imposter syndrome often places on us. All right, guys, I love you. And let me just take this moment to say that you are smart, you are capable, and you are going to kill it in any of the challenges that you face this week, this month, and this year. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.